Hello again and welcome back to another ride. The first ride in what must be getting on for 3 weeks. We had continuous rain, and that was followed by ice and snow, and then we had rain again, and the rain has washed away the salt and the ice, I hope. So we're off on a ride which I did, must be a year ago now. That ride was in early morning sun, and I was riding right into the sun along this part. Couldn't see a thing, and just coming up here is a little chicane they've put in, and I came right upon this before I saw it right at the last minute. So that was a bit that really was a bit worrying that I couldn't have seen that. So I decided after that ride that I wouldn't actually go in the low early morning sun again. Today we're not going to suffer from sunshine, as you can see. It's a bit misty, a bit murky. The roads are pretty mucky, and the ice and snow have really played havoc with them. On some parts there are quite deep potholes, and there's a lot of debris spread across the road, so we're taking it a bit steady. But I hope you enjoyed the ride. Just going across the little railway crossing here. That's the one that goes to our side and across the bay off the Barrow Furnace. Now the Hunter is running very sweetly. It's done over its 200 miles now, so it won't be too long before we'll be having to take it in for the service. 300 miles. We're also trying a couple of things out. First of all is a gear linkage which I've put on, and that replaces the rod and split pins, which it comes as standard. I'd already done it on the Meteor, and before I got the Hunter I knew it was the same arrangement, although rather nicer, but it was still a bent rod and split pins. So I ordered the parts necessary before the Hunter arrived, and I was just waiting for an opportunity to fit them, and I did that this morning, and it seems to be it's taken up a bit of play, which when you have a rod and going passing through a hole with split pins, you tend to get a little bit of side play. Although it's eradicated that side play. Right at the end, for anybody interested, there's a couple of photographs of what I've done. It's a straightforward fit. You just have to, one has to make up some threaded tube, and if anyone is in the engineering side of things, they know that you have to tap a thread into stainless steel tube, which isn't easy. But if anybody wants to do that for themselves, then they have to find a small engineering shop that could do that fairly easily. And the other thing I'm trying out is a small rucksack on my back. As I think I mentioned, if I had the tank bag on here, all you would see is the top of the tank bag. So I thought I'd try a small rucksack, and that proved to be absolutely perfect. It's carrying a few things in it. I'll be carrying my little repair outfit, which supplements the repair outfit that comes with the bike, and also a puncture repair outfit and a first aid bag. There's also room in there for some sandwiches and a flask. And also right at the end of this video there's a still photograph of a Triumph Tiger Cub Scrambler. Now why is that there? It's because it was the thing that got me going onto motorcycling way back in 1959, 1960. I was waiting to catch a coach to Wookey Hole and Cheddar Gorge. Ridiculous names. They're in the UK for those that live elsewhere, and then in Somerset. And these coach trips used to run quite regularly in Portsmouth, Well, I was waiting there with my parents to go on this coach trip, and I didn't really want to go. A difficult teenager. Actually, I was younger than I wasn't a teenager. I was about 9 or 10. Anyway, I thought I'd get myself something to read on the coach trip. And I called into a newsagent which was close by where the coach left from. And in there they had a copy of the motorcycle magazine. And on the front cover was a picture of a Triumph Tiger Cub 200cc scrambler. Oh, I just fell in love with the look of it. And I think if you think about the Hunter, or if I think about the Hunter I should say, then in some ways it does resemble that very first motorcycle I fell in love with. And I think all the motorcycles I've had since then, apart from perhaps the Norton, which was a complete standard roadster, I've always tried to make them look rather like that Triumph Tiger Cub. Now, I shouldn't have thought that many people would have bought that 200cc scrambler. It wouldn't have done very much. You know, people had the BSA C15 scramblers, which were 250cc, a very similar engine, but just a little bit more poke. But the look of it is my ideal, I suppose. And now the Hunter has arrived, that becomes my ideal. I finally got it. So here's a little story about my early youth. You could say misspent, but in fact that probably set me on my engineering career. Seeing that motorcycle, I thought, oh, that's the sort of thing I'd like to build. And of course then you have to do an apprenticeship and all that sort of thing, and eventually got into the drawing office, and the rest is history. So I won't talk too much on this, because I know many of you just like to enjoy the ride without me nattering on. So from now on, you can enjoy that ride, and I'll just add the odd comment here and there. Whoa, potholes. one thing I've noticed about the Royal Enfield Hunter, and that is that the gearing, I think, is a wee bit lower than the Meteor, and therefore first gear, when you drop into first gear, if you're coming into a tightish corner, it's easy to drop into that a little bit too early, and the engine braking kicks in. It slows the bike down, so that's something to watch out for. So yes, I won't be doing that. Down to the left here. This is what I mean about dropping down into first gear a little bit too soon. Possibly you don't need to. I think it must be about the effect of the smaller rear wheel, or possibly they have geared it down one tooth or maybe two teeth. So you might think about gearing back up again. Try it for yourselves. Hunter. What are you thinking about getting a Hunter? This little road will drop us down to the main road, and then we'll head along that for a little bit and then back off another little road. Heading back. It's getting rather cold now, cold and grey. About 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Back for a warm up. some nice drier days, so I can actually ride this bike on dry roads rather than these wet roads all the time. So thanks very much for watching this one. I hope the sound quality, which I've worked on, is better, and you don't seem to have too much blustering from the wind. And I'm just going to turn off around to the right here, and I'll leave you with these still photographs.